Well, we're going to work on an issue-by-issue basis with the other parties and with the other members of Parliament. What is certainly not on the table is any coalition with the Bloc Québécois. It's just simply not an issue. But I think the top parties that Mr. Harper outlined a number of weeks ago have strong resonance in the other parties. In particular, I think our plan to pass sweeping new federal accountability legislation has strong support from New Democrats. I think our plan to cut the GST has broad cross-party support. I think our plan to crack down on violent crime in our inner cities was something that was endorsed by all parties this election, something that all the parties, the New Democrats and the Liberals, campaigned on in this election. So I think that we'll work on an issue-by-issue basis with the different parties, and I think that you'll see a much more focused government. I think you'll see a government that's not distracted by damage control, and I think that's going to be the real difference between our government and the previous one.
Was there ever any doubt that you would win, Mike? Did you ever have any doubt?
I take nothing for granted. I work hard right to the end, and I have a simple rule on our campaigns. We do not talk about polls. We focus on getting at the vote. I've always run the campaign as if we're one vote behind. And, you know, a part of a campaign is to communicate to voters what your party is planning if we form government, if the party forms government. And so it's not simply about where you are in the polls. It's also about communicating to the voters, getting them engaged, having discussions about what their concerns are. So,
Mike, have you had any conversations with Stephen Harper about your future now with the party and what role you might play in it?
No, I haven't.
So there's been nothing concrete discussed about cabinet or anything in the future?
There has not.
So what are you going to say to your volunteers, supporters, voters, your family?
Well, the first thing I want to say is that I want to thank the voters of Wellington Halton Hills for giving me the privilege of allowing me to represent them in Ottawa. You know, every election you have to earn the right to represent the people, and you know, it's a real honor and it's humbling to get the people's trust to continue to represent them in Ottawa. So it's you know, it's a trust that's often fragile, and you know, my commitment is the one I made last election, and that is to work my hardest to do my best to keep that trust, to keep that faith in the federal institutions, and to make sure that you know that people feel that their voice is being listened to, and that their representative is working hard on their behalf.
Did you feel it was your riding to lose, or did you have to win this riding, or did you think it was your riding?
I think every election you have to win the riding. I don't think you can, you know, in any election you can assume that it's your riding. Giants have fallen many times in the past, so I think that you know, every riding, every election is a fresh slate. And you have to get out there, convince people that you're the party and you're the candidate that they need to support, and that's exactly what we did this time. Okay.